Hi, welcome to Ray's Toolbox. We opened up the grill this season and it would not light. So we plug the grill in and we get a power light, turn it on. It goes through its setup or startup process and we get an error code. We have a fan that comes on and stays on, and I have a flashing heating element light, flashing IT light. If we look on the app, it says an igniter malfunction, and please refer to the owner's manual. It's time to replace the heating element. To get down to the firebox, first we had to remove the grill grates, then remove the flame broiler lever, and take the flame broiler and the heat diffuser out of the way. Pit Boss does have a training video on how to change the igniter. I came across a couple of glitches, problems that they didn't really address in that video. This is the igniter box. This is where the pellets come when they're fed into the firebox, and this little gizmo here is what gets hot and lights everything. That's what's bad. So let's see what we can do. So to get to the wires, we have to get underneath and take this plate off. There's a series of screws that I need to take out. So I'm going to do that and put the camera down so I can do that. So after we get all of these screws out, there was 10 of them total. This bottom plate will fall down. And now there's a bunch of wires. We're going to cut some of the zip ties so we can get to the wires that we need. So after we cut the zip tie, get the wires loose. I don't know if you can see it too well, but one of these connections has a purple and white wire. So we're going to take that connection apart. The other end of that I'm going to tie a string to, and that way we can thread the old one out and the new one back in using that string. The first glitch I came across was the training video shows taking a screwdriver to remove these screws. They was really rusted up, couldn't really do that. Fortunately, a socket fit them. So we have the firebox loose now. Lift it up, give it a quarter of a turn so it clears, and pour that on up. Turn this around, and we have a set screw here which holds this burner in. So I have my string tied on the other end. You should be able to pull this box out and pull the wires through. And here's the string. Now all I'm going to do is take this set screw out. So the screwdriver, I get a small screwdriver that would fit in it, and I couldn't get enough torque to get the screw out even after I let it soak with WD-40. I was able to get it out with a pair of vice grips, and I would suggest if you do this, do it on the during the week. It's the weekend right now and I cannot get a better screw. So for right now I'm going to go ahead and use this one, and if this goes bad again I'm going to do it during the weekday so I can get a new screw. But all this does is this slips out. Let me get the new one. So we're going to take the new one, I'm going to slide it in and let about 1/4 inch stick out. 3/8 to 1/4 is what they suggest. Find the set screw here. did get this smashed enough that a small screwdriver will fit it now, and I should be able to tighten it down. So get that about 1/4 of an inch, 1/4 to 3/8 is what they say. And let me tighten this down. Alright, we have that tightened down. So my next step is to retie my string, and now I can pull my string and thread this back through. So the way this is threaded through is this is where it connects to the electrical. It goes up and over this channel here and comes down on the outside here, and it goes through a grommet right here into this fan box. Now this grommet right here is very small, just big enough that you can force the connector through, and I really had to force it. Then the string comes through here and through a hole that way, so I can't get enough pull on that string, so I'm going to have to probably take this fan box here off. There's 4 screws, 1 on each corner. I can drop this fan down and then I can shove that back through. The connector is right there, the new one, but in order to get it lined up right here to come through the hole, I'm going to have to take this fan off to get it up there, to get it through there. So I have the 4 screws out of the fan, so this will drop out of the way. You can see the new wire coming from the firebox, comes down, and right here is where there's a problem. This won't go through a hole right here where the wire is on the other side. So I'm going to have to put the camera down and help that through the hole. Okay, I know this is back and forth, but we got the connection through. I need some more slack, so I'm going to take this, get that to line up. There we go. Should be no problem now. Okay, I have the wire through the hole now. I have the fan placed back up where it goes. It runs up on top, down the other side, and it's plugged in right here. So I'm going to put this grate back on here, and then we'll go back on top and see if we can get it fired up. If the hardware store was open today, in addition to buying a new set screw, I would go ahead and buy 4 new screws to fasten this plate down with. Now let's plug this in and see if it fires up. So we plugged it in. You did a system check. I'm going to turn it on. So we have the ashtray in. We have it turned on. It's going to have to fill up just a little bit. And we'll see if we have enough heat on the new probe to get things going. Give it a couple minutes here. It's starting to smell like it's getting hot. I can see some smoke. We can see we have fire in the box. The only thing left to do now is to replace the heat diffuser and the flame broiler, put my grill grates back on, and we should be set to go. I hope this video helps you out. Came across a couple little glitches that wasn't mentioned from the factory, so you should be ready for that now. Just remember to do this during the weekday when the hardware store is open. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't yet, and we'll see what's on the next video. See you then. Bye.